हाँ बोलो. Yes, I'm starting the class. Okay. Are you waiting for anybody? Anybody is about to, unable to join or something? Okay. So let's start the class. Present now. Present entire screen. Okay, let's go to the whiteboard. So today I will first start with amphibia. So they are placed under class it is class amphibia. The phylum, of course, you know, is phylum chordata. So by phylum chordata, we know that it has got three major characteristics: presence of notochord at any part time of their life cycle, and pharyngeal gill slits at any time of their life cycle, and the third point is dorsal tubular nerve cord. So these are the three major characteristics on basis of which you can say it's a belongs to the phylum chordata. So despite being in the phylum chordata, they also belong to the subphylum vertebrata. That means they have a vertebral column. रीढ़ की हड्डी, मेरुदंड. So among the word amphi means both, and that is both land plus water. They are both land and water. So, for example, their habit, the first character which you know about amphibian, about their habit and habitat. So, what is the first characteristic? They are predominantly terrestrial. Majorly they live in the land. But secondarily aquatic or semi-aquatic. They are aquatic or semi-aquatic. So one stage of their life cycle must be in water. So predominantly the larval stage in most of them. And another feature which among their habit and habitat is they show hibernation and estivation. During winters, they hibernate. So among the external feature, this is the among the habit and habitat. They show hibernation. Winter May you won't find them. Then among the external features, think of they are the frogs basically. Frogs, salamanders, then ichthyophis. Essentially, basically they are the three groups of amphibian. One of the other, the frogs and toads, then the salamanders, and then you have the ichthyofish or the gymnophionans. They don't have limbs. They are snake-like, but they are not snakes. They are amphibians. Their body is distinguished into head and trunk. Tail may or may not be present. May this is one characteristics. Another very important characteristics is presence of 4 pentadactyl limbs. What does this mean? Pentadactyl. They have got 5 digits, 4 digits in their fingers. So 4 pentadactyl limbs. 1, 2, 3. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. So 5 into 4, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. If this is the organism, 4 pentadactyl limbs are present. Their skin is soft and glandular. Lots of glands and secretions come out from their skin. Another fact is eyelids, tympanum, inside their ear-like structure, tympanum, may be present. Hearing structure. Let's go to the next board. Another important part is the cloacal aperture. So let us go to have a look at an amphibian. So these are all amphibians. So I have taken a picture of an amphibian from the internet. As you can see that they have got 4 limbs, 1, 2 and 2 hind limbs. Then body divided into the head, and this is the trunk. Their body, this is the trunk. So these are the limb regions. This anus, basically, it comes from a cloaca. Cloacal aperture, here both the reproductive as well as urinary aperture, urinary chamber and aperture. So essentially this is a very interesting structure, cloaca. Cloaca, basically it is a chamber, and this chamber is known as cloacal chamber. In this chamber, reproductive products as well as urinary products, urinary waste products, they collect in this chamber and they exit through the aperture known as cloacal aperture. Apart from them, let us have a look at the internal bones or the endo. Predominant character among them are skeleton is bony, skull with 2 occipital condyles. Now let us have a look at what is an occipital condyle. So this is the structure I am showing you. This is the bottom of the skull. Upper part of the skull. This actually is the upper part of the skull, and what you are looking at is, if this is the skull and this is the lower jaw, this is the upper jaw, this is the upper set of teeth. So these blue structures which you are seeing here, this is the occipital condyle. Function is help in this bulb like structure, a bulge. Help in attachment to the vertebra. So they have got two occipital condyles, 1 and 2. Birds have got since birds have one, birds can turn their head absolutely 360-degree backwards. They can turn 180-degree backwards, but me or the frogs, we cannot turn backwards because of these occipital condyles attached to our vertebrae, and in between you have this little space. I am highlighting in yellow, this highlighted yellow space. This is known as the foramen magnum of the skull. Foramen is the hole, big hole which is present from the skull. All the medulla elongata comes out from that region into your neck, and it goes down up to your spinal cord. So, and on both sides you have these occipital condyles. Since the occipital condyles, basically this is the skull, you have the occipital condyle here. This is attaching to the vertebra. So if there is only one vertebra and one occipital condyle, you can have a 360-degree view. A bird can see absolutely 180 degree. One vision can turn 180 degree, and bird can have a view like this. But we can have maximum up to 90 degree. Birds can have a 180 degree view, but we can turn our shoulder maximum 90 degree to our right or left. We cannot turn too back. For that we have to turn ourselves whole. So this is another character. They have got both the girdles are present. So what are the two girdles which are present? They are the pectoral girdle and the pelvic girdle. Both girdles are present. They are the pectoral and the pelvic girdle. So let's see what are the pectoral and pelvis girdle. So you see, let's draw it in a lighter color. Drawing it in yellow. So this is the pectoral girdle, suprascapula, and you have the pelvic girdle here. Ilium, ischium, and this is the acetabulum. This is the ilium, ischium. This is the pelvic girdle, and this is also present in this side. This is the pectoral girdle. And these are the vertebra. Here is the occipital condyle, which you see. It's coming out. It is attaching with the vertebra in this region. Now let us go to the internal structures. Most important character is the mouth. This mouth consists of large protrusible, which can come out, tongue to catch insects. Imagine the insect, tongue of a frog. Teeth are of homodont type. Now what is a homodont type? I will now show you a picture of what a homodont teeth is. Homo means same, uniform. So you have, I am showing you the picture of a homodont teeth. You see, okay, I can draw this with this color on top. This is the homo, they are uniform, same. But in a heterodont teeth, like our teeth, one is a canine. Then you have the molar teeth for chewing, the premolars. Then you have the molar teeth behind. So different types of teeth there. This is known as heterodont dentition. Same type of teeth, they are known as homodont dentition. And if you see, look at the digestive system, you have the alimentary canal, and different digestive glands. Apart from that, if you look at the respiration, they can take place through gills in the larva tadpoles. The gills are external. The respiration can take place through skin or general body surface. They have also got lungs. It can be a thing, but larval respiration is through gills. Now, an important character is the circulatory system. You know, they have got a 3-chambered heart. So let us have a look at the heart of an amphibian. मेंढक का दिल देखते हैं. Let's have a look at the three-chambered heart first. If you look at this three-chambered heart, you will see this is the heart. This is one atrium. You have two atrium and one ventricle. So from one of these ventricle three-chambered heart, you have deoxygenated blood coming and going to the lungs. In the lungs, the blood becomes oxygenated and it enters through the left atrium. So when you are looking at a picture, the left is right always. So this is the left auricle. This is the right auricle. So this is how, and of course this is the ventricle. You can see that there is a mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood over here. You have a mixing of oxygenated blood. So the ventricle pumps throughout the blood throughout the body. From one side, the ventricle pumps it to the lungs, purify left auricle, and the deoxygenated blood, it enters into the right auricle. So let us draw it once more in a clear manner. So left auricle, right auricle, this is the ventricle, body, lungs. Just drawn it wrong. So you have the right auricle here, the left auricle here. So from the ventricle, blood is pumped into the lungs, deoxygenated blood. Blood is then purified, oxygenated, and it enters into the left auricle. From there, it enters into the ventricle. This ventricle then pumps it towards the body, and body takes the deoxygenated blood and it enters into the right auricle. From the right auricle, it goes to the ventricle. So this is how the circulation takes place in amphibians. So these are some of the kidneys. It is a mesonephric kidney. Let's go to the next character. It is the, let's take a different color. Kidneys are mesonephric kidney. So let's have a picture of a mesonephric kidney. Just hold on, the internet it's opening. I have now increased the size. So this is a pronephric kidney. So in the pronephric kidney, what you have, this is the glomus or the kidney. Arteries enter into it. You have a pronephric tubule and a pronephric duct which is coming out like this. It is connected to the coelom. You have little funnel known as nephrostomes. This is the nephrostome region here. All here, all the blood is filtered and all this material enters here, and it goes directly through the pronephric duct into the cloaca. In mesonephros, this pronephros it degenerates. This part degenerates, and you have this part being left. So this is attached through the mesonephric duct into the cloaca. In the metanephric kidney, like we have metanephric kidney, this mesonephros, this degenerates, and in its place a new kidney comes out, and that is known as metanephric kidney. So amphibians have essentially this type of urinogenital system. So let us classify amphibians. Basically, you have three subclasses. Sorry, one subclass. One living subclass present. That is the subclass Lease amphibia. So Lease amphibia, basically their characteristic is dermal body skeleton, dermal body skeleton over the skin is absent. It is all endoskeleton. Teeth small and simple. So they have three orders. The first order is order Apoda or Gymnophiona. Example Ichthyophis. Let's have a picture. Look at a Ichthyophis. Just hold on, the internet is opening. It's going very slowly. This is how it looks like. Ichthyofish. They don't have limbs. They are order Gymnophiona. The anurans, then the next order is order Anura, or they look like frogs and toads. And the third is order Urodela. They are the salamanders. Let's have a look at how a salamander looks like. They have a tail. Uro means tail. This is a salamander. So these are salamanders and newts. So this ends today's class of class amphibia. So basically I'll send the note today. People keep on studying. Do you people have got any questions? Questions? কারুর কোয়েশ্চেন আছে? Questions? Hello?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Then I my class over here. I will send you the recording. Okay.